Hello, everyone. I'm Brian Hyrick, and welcome to another episode of SIP Chats. Today, I do have a very close colleague and great friend of mine here from Algo. We have Ryan Zoehner. How's it going today, Ryan?
Hey, Brian, good to see you as always.
Thanks so much for taking the time out of your day. I know the season, at least for VoIP supply, for sure, we're seeing Algo just go crazy with tons of school needs during school bidding season. And I do know that you guys have some new products out as well that people are excited about. Let's get right into schools and school applications. What are you guys seeing out there right now?
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree with you more. It's the time of year that schools are really looking at their communication ecosystem. So we're getting more and more inquiries from education. And there's a lot I could talk about, and I'm sure we can get into some of it, but increasingly we're hearing more from schools across the need to bring in not just voice paging, but complement it with visual alerting, smart displays. Increasingly, we're hearing more about regulatory compliance and needing to meet compliance with Alyssas Law and other things like that. And then more and more, we're even hearing about the need to broadcast and have command station, control station. So we have some new products from Algo I can go through and happy to kind of unpack a little bit of what we're seeing.
Yeah, for sure. I know that right away you mentioned Alyssa's Law. Do you maybe want to unpack that one a little bit? Tell the people about Alyssa's Law and what Algo's play is with that as well.
Yeah, for sure, Brian. So for those that aren't familiar, Alyssa's Law is regulation that's currently been passed in 5 states. It's pending in a few more, and it's been passed at the federal level. So it will eventually roll state by state. The crux of the law is that classrooms are required to have a panic button in the classroom that can initiate a call directly to 911. Many organizations are looking at this regulatory compliance, understanding how can we best address it, how can we do it in a really effective way that we can know is reliable and trustworthy, but at the same time tie into our existing ecosystem and our existing infrastructure. That's something where we think at Algo we can offer a lot of great solutions for that. We do make a variety of call buttons and panic buttons. We're also coming out with a lot more panic buttons across the summer, different variants to meet unique applications, single button, double button, LCD button, a variety of those that are going to come together. But at Algo, what I think we do to make it simple is that we tie it into the existing infrastructure. So every Algo IP endpoint has what we call a smart relay. That's a relay input on the Algo device that can accept an external button. And then when that button is activated, pressed, or anything else, it can drive a variety of different actions. So a common example in this environment would be if you're trying to reach Alyssa's Law compliance, you can put a regular button into a classroom, wire that right into the smart relay of the Algo device, and then that device can initiate a call, whether that be to administration, to 911, whatever the needs may be. But it's allowing you to achieve a lot of these compliance issues without having to put in a lot of expensive infrastructure. You're leveraging that speaker that's already in the classroom, the display that's already in the classroom, and using that connectivity back to your UC system to initiate communication. So this makes it really, really simple to achieve Alyssas Law compliance. It's as simple as adding one accessory button to your existing Algo deployments. It's also a situation if you're looking at what speaker might you want to use and where might you want to go, understanding that Algo can really complement it in a really simple way is something we like to bring to the table. Our solution architects are dealing with this every day, all day. So they're always happy to roll up our sleeves with any partners who may want to learn more about it.
I've certainly seen that with a lot of partners as well, that, you know, they do want to have their customer be compliant with Alyssa's law, and, you know, that smart relay is a way sometimes to get them into the door. And once that school understands how intuitive the Algo interfaces are as well, next thing you know, they're bidding on entire paging systems too, which is really cool to see that once an end user gets the experience with Algo and how easy it is to integrate that, you know, likely the build outs from there just kind of go to the moon.
And we're trying to make it easier for organizations like that as well. So we've talked about the panic button and we have the IP endpoint, but the other piece that we're trying to bring in is Brian, you may be familiar with our Algo device management platform, a simple way to manage Algo devices and ensure they're connected and monitored. We'll be bringing out a lot of smart features that relate to panic buttons to make sure not only are you monitoring and managing your IP endpoints, but you can manage those accessories, those devices that are plugged into that smart relay. It's going to give you option for supervision. It's going to give you option for for control. It's going to give a lot of peace of mind to organizations that know they have panic buttons there in their environment. Are they connected? Are they functional? Can they rely on it? In that moment of an emergency, you want to know it's going to work. And we're going to make sure there's strong supervision tools tying into that Algo device management platform.
That's awesome. Ryan, it's so important to see things now from a single pane of glass, right? To see all of your devices. I do get this question quite often, actually. How many devices can you actually monitor through, say a single 8300?
Yeah, so 8300, we typically recommend up to 1,000 devices can be managed through that.
Wow.
There's work going on to improve that, but really, increasingly what we're seeing customers ask about is how can I manage my devices in the cloud? And that's where our Algo device management platform, we call it the ADMP, that device, it can manage an unlimited number of devices. So that's a cloud-based platform. It's able to have many devices, anywhere, anytime, unlimited numbers. We have clients today that have upwards of 8,000 devices being managed in that platform, functionally using that in real time. So that's often what we see when you want to see significant scale. And to tie it back to the conversation we're having on education, what we see a lot of the time is school districts who have multiple schools. They may not all have the same connectivity on a local network, but you want one centralized administrative common point of view. Then you're going to be able to see all your different schools, everything through that platform. And that's seemingly making things a lot easier for folks, as it's going to give them management, it's going to give them monitoring. So we're seeing a lot of interest in the cloud platform as a simple way to manage a lot of devices.
What is so cool about Algo as well is that, not only are you always innovating on your hardware and your software as well that's on the devices, but you're thinking about the entire experience for the end user, the reseller, and how they can best manage those devices and really have ease of use.
Yeah, we try to make it as easy as possible. And talking on the ADMP platform, there's going to be a lot of new releases coming out across the back half of the year. Way to make it easier, as you suggest. Over my shoulder, you see a couple of our IP display speakers. These are increasingly going into more and more schools, and we're getting the requests from organizations: is there a simple way to update the slides for day-to-day use? Is there a way to make sure that we update only day-to-day use, but we don't have the ability for administrators to touch the emergency notification to make sure nothing goes wrong? And we're building out some new modules that are going to make that even easier within the ADMP to update slides, push new information, provide daily announcements. There'll be a lot that comes in there to just make it a little bit easier for everybody.
That's awesome. Hey, speaking of which, I do see behind is, and I've been hearing buzz about it as well, console.
Yeah, I think over this shoulder here, you're seeing our new IP.
I am.
Yeah, it's our new IP console. So this is something we're really excited to bring to market, launching in this summer. You're right, there has been some ongoing discussions about this product. What you have there is you have a really, really flexible device. At its core it's Algo's first broadcast device. And by that, I mean most of our devices are receiving devices. We are speakers, we are displays, we are strobe lights. We're receiving audio, receiving messages. This is a device that's going to be initiating that message, whether it's live voice paging, whether it's pre-recorded announcements, emergency lockdowns. The device will give you the ability to initiate different activities across your campus or organization. And so what you have there is you have a 10.1-inch LCD screen that's entirely customizable, touch screen, of course. The one behind me you can see has a gooseneck microphone to allow for easy paging. There's also an option with an available handset. That allows if you need something in a tougher or more difficult environment. It's sitting on the stand today. That's sitting in landscape mode. It can go into portrait mode. It's got a single action button on there. That action button can be used as a push to talk feature. It can be an emergency alert button. It can be programmed to be a variety of different things. What we're really seeing with this product is it's going to be a great solution in a variety of verticals, but education is perhaps the first one where schools are looking to put this in their administration office. The ability, if you need to initiate a lockdown, a shelter in place, you can seamlessly and easily do that from the LCD screen. But also it allows you to do everything you need from the day-to-day. You want to do morning announcements. You want to talk directly into a classroom. You want to page classroom 6 and allow you to open up some sort of communication. That can be done. So it's a device we're excited about. It's going to be really, really flexible. For those that have been out at trade shows over the last 8 months, you may have seen it at the Algo booth. It'll continue to be there as folks want to learn and understand and engage. But yeah, we're excited to complement the education suite. We're also seeing it that has a great fit in both manufacturing and in healthcare, other organizations that really need to initiate emergency alerts.
Absolutely. I could see that being a huge hit, not only for, of course, education, but as you mentioned, healthcare as well. It looks like it has applications for a variety of users throughout the healthcare space. I think that's going to be a huge hit for you guys.
We hope so.
Absolutely. Well, Ryan, as we said before, it's definitely busy season. So thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day to tell us what's going on at Algo and talk to us a bit about console and Alyssa's Law and all the different school applications you guys have going on. I know you guys are absolutely rocking it right now. Do you have anything else you'd like to add?
No, Brian, that's great. I mean, I appreciate the time. Thank you so much for the chance to sit down and chat with you. And no, maybe I'll just close as I said, the new console's coming out this summer. There's more coming out around Alyssas Law compliance and panic buttons. So keep tuned in to, everyone at your team. Brian's always doing a great job of sharing the latest news from Algo. We'll be doing the same. So you'll see a lot of work coming out of our team here over the summer and into the fall with new products, new features, new releases, and we're excited to bring that to the market.
Absolutely. Ryan, thanks again for sharing everything with us. And thanks to everyone who tuned in to this episode of Sip Chats. Please like, comment, subscribe, leave them messages too. If you want Ryan to come on and address something specific, he's always super eager to help out everyone, as all employees at Algo are for sure. And we'll be in touch. Thank you so much.